cis women fish.
There's so many fish getting mad that we refer to them as fish.
I actually think that like women like to be cheated on.
This is PCOS.
That is 5 o'clock shadow.
Typical white women. Just say that your sex is.
I'm not a birthing person, I'm a mother.
We shouldn't be 25, 26, being a feminist.
Wait, so you mean fi tell me say the fish them a call woman fish? What the bomb? Hello people of the internet, it is your boy Kishiwishi, and today, yup, we're doing something a little bit different. I changed the lighting up in the room. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can make it a little bit more Saints Row Ooh, this looks tough. Ooh, I know you guys are gonna love this one. Alright, anyways, it's your boy. And today, I was watching this video by, let me actually show credits. And yes, your nigga is standing now, because I feel like me sitting down, it's just not that dynamic, you know? But yeah, we're watching this video by this, one of our favorite white women, Misha Petrov. I was watching her a couple days ago, and then this video popped up. Well, oh, this topic's like 3 weeks old, but you know, it doesn't really matter. We're not gonna really react to her side of the video, right? What we're actually gonna do, the clips, the content, we're gonna react to the same clip she reacted to, and I watched like 3/4 of the video already, so I might be a little bit like already informed on what's gonna happen, but I think I can still give a genuine reaction. Now with that out of the way, yeah, if I don't, who will? Your nigga is a little bit autistic. So right now we're gonna move on over to the first clip. Yeah, there's been a lot of anti-woman content online. Actually, you know what? I'm going to sit down. I'm actually gonna sit down because it's kind of getting annoying having to like bend over to my table. Maybe if I got a standing desk in the future, that won't really be an issue. So apparently, this is my first time ever hearing this terminology used for cis woman, and I hate the fact that that's a fucking term. Cis? That sounds like a slur in it of itself. Like, I'm a cis man. No, nigga, I'm just a man. You are the one that's doing the transformation, so you're the one that's gonna add a prefix to your gender. I'm the fucking blueprint, nigga. I'm a man, just like how there are women. Not cis. What the fuck does cis mean? No, stop doing that shit. You guys are the ones transforming. We know what the fuck we are already. A man and a woman. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's not that hard. Man, woman, trans woman. We'll give you that much grace. I will give you that much grace, because I don't speak for everyone. I will never speak for everyone. Fuck that.
Trans women dolls. I just learned about these terms. They seem so misogynistic. Watch Paris is Burning. Do 5 minutes of Google research. After you've done even just one of those things, maybe, just maybe, you will be at the basic, bare minimum level of education to even begin having this conversation.
Who are you talking to? Number one, who are you talking to? Number two, 5 minutes of a Google search. Do you know how quickly you can go down any type of rabbit hole on Google if you just because you went down a rabbit hole when you were like probably 10 years old and you had unrestricted access to the internet, you started listening to these different rhetorics implanted by people above us who would like to eat and or non-consensually touch us. But yeah, do 5 minutes of a Google search so you can indoctrinate yourself. No, thank you. No, thank you. Like, what the fuck? 5 minutes? Why are you calling regular born biological woman fish? Is it because it, like, if it's because of that, like, that's fucking rude as shit. That is rude as fuck if that's the reason why. Like, what the fuck is a fish? Oh, they explain a little bit more.
The queer community has frequently been slandered with a range of demeaning and deviant terms, and our response has frequently been, yeah, okay, now what? Because if I claim that term for myself, then what power does it hold over me?
Actually, I don't give a f.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm literally like spacing out while watching this. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Bro, I'm gonna have to replay that. I'm gonna replay that for the sake of myself. I'm not gonna, what are you talking about? Okay, I rewatched it now. So because in the past, general consensus from the general population would make up different words and terminologies to you know, be derogatory towards you in the past. Okay, yes, I can acknowledge that that was the past. What makes it right for you to turn around and do the same thing now? What makes it right for you to turn around and do the same thing? You're no fucking better. If anything, you doing the same. This is what I'll always say. And people like to act as if you're wrong for saying things like this. If you do the same thing, like let's say someone did a bad act towards you, if you do the same thing back to them or back to another person, you kind of undermine the entire like victim thing, because you're no longer a victim if you're perpetuating the same shit that you went through. You're not a victim anymore. And I know my accent came out. You're welcome. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you doing? Now you're being the oppressors? Is that something you want to go down in history, having attached to yourself? Oh, I'm an oppressor now because I push my beliefs onto people and force them to comply and conform to my worldview. I'm the oppressor. Like, come on now.
Burning, stop getting your information from TikTok and maybe do some basic.
I barely go on TikTok. The shit that I watch is not from, maybe it's a trickle down effect. And because I watch YouTubers who watch TikTok, I still technically watch TikTok because I'm watching I feel like once someone transforms a piece of content themselves, it adds another layer, because when you just watch a TikTok, you're just watching blindly what the person is saying. But when you're watching someone compile them and like react to them and do exactly what I'm doing right now, it gives you a different lens to think about. So the next time you scroll, you'll be thinking about the same things that you might see in this video. Wink wink.
Bare minimum research into ballroom culture before
Ballroom
you start
culture.
forming an opinion that the queer community is disgusting.
See how we're prioritizing
Wait, what is Misha, what do you have to say? Did I say your name right?
drag queens
Misha.
over biological women.
Okay, yeah, she's making a good point. Cause this video is talking about like, we're just gonna keep watching the videos that goes on before I implant what I want to say, because she's doing the same thing because it's her video. But I want to get past it. Without interjecting too much. What else does this person have to say?
However, I will also encourage you to use some critical thinking, because if you see
I hate when people who don't critically think, or no, overthinking is not critical thinking. Overthinking is not critical thinking. Like, critical thinking is being efficient with the information that you got and come to a logical conclusion with everything considered. That is critical thinking. Or being able to see the multiple perspectives of an issue. That's critical thinking. But overthinking it and thinking yourself into a corner to where that's just a conclusion you came to based on how you feel in that moment of time, that is not fucking critical thinking. That is overthinking. Overthinking is not critical thinking. Thank you.
a term that has historically been used to demean people who express femininity being embraced by trans women who express femininity, can you see how that fits the pattern? Or are you going to jump to calling trans women misogynistic?
It has nothing to do with femininity. Oh my god.
What?
God. It's about genitalia. You can put on a wig. You can inject estrogen. You still won't have a vagina. Even
Yeah. I literally made a video about this. Well, in the opposite, like, you can do everything, but you'll never have a dick. You'll never have a dick. Say the other way, it goes both ways. You're not fully the thing that you want to transform or transition into. That's why you have that prefix. You have the prefix, not us. Thank you. And I hope this does not come off as me being misogynistic, because Jesus fucking Christ. I agree with Misha in this video. I agree, and I don't agree with her for the wrong reasons. I agree with her for the same reasons, just I'm a man. I don't feel the personal reasons that she's talking about, because it's specifically about the videos about trans men in women's spaces, like insulting women while trying to be into the. As men, we complain all the time when women try to get into men's spaces and when they're being like spewing their feminist stuff in a negative way, because, you know, let's call a spade. Let's get at an impasse. Feminism in theory is not bad. It's only bad when you try to subjugate people into following it. Let's put it that way. Cool. I forgot what the fuck I was talking.
if you go to the doctor.
Trans woman.
Another trans woman.
against women.
But what is this discourse going on about cis women not liking when trans women or even just the gay community in general use the word fish? For example, if y'all don't know what fish mean, if a walk up to me and say, "Oh, you look like fish, baby, you fish, honey," that means I look like a real woman. Like,
That's weird. And Sophia's on her way home. What the hell?
you know, a natural cis-born woman.
Okay, why do you think they chose?
They're lying, first of all. They're fucking lying to you. They're lying to you, number one. They're lying.
Oh, pay it, girl, that's fish. Like I said, fish means real woman, aka cis woman.
Okay, imagine
I know what. Okay, I've already watched the video, so I know what she's saying. That's partially why I'm so confident in skipping it, because I already watched it. But like, bro, it's just so annoying that people are still doing this shit to this day. Like back in 2014, I remember when people would like literally make fun of niggas that did this type of shit. You know, like your compilation videos, feminists got owned, and then it stopped. We stopped making fun of them. We stopped not being allowed to make fun of them. And now we're here, where it just keeps getting worse and worse, and it's not even like they're not even on a stage. Like this is in the comfort of like I'm pretty sure this motherfucker's like in the middle of like a mall or something, just spewing this shit out in public. Don't care. Like at least me and this girl and almost every other YouTuber, we wait until we're in the comfort of our own home before we start spewing this bullshit. You just grab your phone and be saying shit anywhere. Like, oh my God. Like imagine I. Yeah, you know, I'm a black guy. Imagine I like put on like white face paint and I start calling myself honky. It's like, yeah, I'm honky today. I look honky. You know, I pass as a white person. Like I'm giving honky. That would be fucking offensive to white people if they gave a shit. Because realistically, if you're calling someone a honky in 2026, nigga, there's something more about you. Because like, bro, why are we still trying to use slurs with each other? Like, bro, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. I understand it in a, oh, you just throwing shit around, but like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Please tell me you know what I mean.
Why you feeling attacked? The only reason I can personally say y'all be feeling attacked is like, oh, you walk around and you smell yourself and you know you stink in the.
So basically, and by the way, when I say fish, when me they say fish, me I talk about the Jamaican way of talking about fish, which mean batty man, batty boy, phagocyte. You know them there? You know rainbow fish, trout, mackerel, red herring, swordfish. Can I bet you like sword fencing, your swordfish, batty boy, fish. Yeah. So basically what they're saying, hey, us as fish, if we call you fish and you get offended by it, your coochie stink. I wish I could zoom the camera. Oh wait, I can. Nigga, at least they got a real fucking coochie. Shut the fuck up. Oh, you're offended by me calling you fish? That means your coochie stink. Yeah, masculine ass laugh.
You fish, oh, you want to be offended.
okay, partially agree. If it's actually
giving fish, you should probably go to a gynecologist, is exactly what she's saying right here.
And y'all can go look up what that means, but I realized very quickly that this is a misogynistic term that means, you know, it's giving that you were born a cisgender woman. So I'm in the comments, I'm like, hey, like, this is misogyny, like this.
Fish basically mean your face is so.
Bro, I'm not gonna. Oh, I could say so many things right now, but I'm not going to. My Jamaican senses are tingling, but boy, this is a Batman.
Androgynistic that you look.
Nigga, what the fuck did you just say? Okay, I need to calm down with the curse words, because I'm probably gonna have to censor those. What are you saying, my guy? Nigga, bitch. Yeah, what are you saying? What are you saying? Androgynistic? That's not a word. Androgynistic is not a word. The proper term is androgynous. What are you talking about, nigga?
Look like the opposite gender, or your face is so androgynistic that you look.
Ooh, I want to punch this nigga bitch in his face. What are you talking about? It's not androgynistic, it's androgynous. If you're gonna use the terms, use them properly. You don't even use your own terms properly, nigga. Androgynous just means you look like either gender. You look in between. Basically, like everybody during puberty, like when they were like 13, everybody was like androgynous. Like, goddamn, this nigga's pissing me off.
Look like the gender you're trying to present as.
androgynistic.
Exactly, like androgyn. It does not like, bro. Lay lay off the cock, and maybe you'll be able to pronounce your words better. How about that? Oh my god, this part about pregnancy really got my fucking blood boiling.
Or pushed aside. From Australia.
A biological male can't become pregnant. But the grounds of pregnancy includes potential pregnancy as well as pregnancy.
But if they can't become pregnant, how can you then become potentially pregnant?
It's about the unlawful treatment by the employer. If someone is treated unfairly on the basis of pregnancy or potential pregnancy, then that is unlawful discrimination on the basis of pregnancy.
But trans women...
If you can't get pregnant, you can't get pregnant, you can't get pregnant, you can't get embaraza, whatever it is in fucking Spanish, you can't get pregnant, point blank, period. Periods, you can't have a period. If you can't have a period, you can't get pregnant. Are they trying to justify a trans woman in the workplace claiming to be pregnant so she has to take time off of work? By the way, you're lucky I'm using the proper pronouns for that sentence, nigga. Hey, come back here. Where the fuck you think you're going? Yeah, don't look away from me.
And they said, are you going to have children? Which is the same question, really. And he said, oh, yeah, maybe. Are you saying that he could also claim that ground?
No. I should still be able to hate men, but love trans women. Let's see how she plays this off.
If he didn't receive the job because...
But they can't get pregnant.
No, not a man who is seeking a position, then it's not going to apply to a man.
Well, they're both biological men.
So if you're a man applying for a job versus a trans woman applying for the job, you should both be treated the same way because we don't discriminate when we hire anybody. According to the law, whether you are male or female, the same factors when it comes to hiring someone should be the same. So whether you're a trans woman or a man, you should still get treated like a man because even women get treated like men in hiring practices. Except when it comes to the biological parts. I don't know the laws about that. Like if you're pregnant and you go for a job, they won't give you the job. I don't know about that. But like if you're a trans woman, shut the fuck up. Literally shut the fuck up. Bro, I'm talking to you, big bro. You will never get pregnant. Damn.
It makes no sense. A biological man can't get pregnant. Am I correct?
But someone who is a trans woman may be assumed to be pregnant or to be able to be pregnant.
So what stops a man putting on a dress, walking in and claiming the protections? He's now a woman. You've admitted that.
How do we differentiate?
We don't need to differentiate them. When it comes to laws and legislation, we stick with the biological factors because biology is what dictates what you are in society and in nature and in life. Your perceived shit is your perceived shit. I can change my name to fucking Nigel Dingleberry. I'm still black, 286 pounds, 5'10", black man from Jamaica. I'm still me. I can change my name. I can change my gender. I can change all of that. But at the end of the day, I will always be a fucking black man. Like, come on, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is so stupid. But look at this. Look at this.
This is PCOS.
That is 5 o'clock shadow. As a biological
Me bomboclat.
male, your body naturally produces more testosterone than females. It directly results in the production and growth of facial hair. Now, if you are dissatisfied with that natural process, you can shave, get electrolysis, or in an extreme case, you can speak to your medical care provider about increasing the level of synthetic estrogen that you ingest in order to repress that natural process. But none of that gives you the right to attempt to co-opt a very real medical condition that is exclusive to biological women. Women who are still struggling to get the medical community at large to recognize this very real and in some instances life-threatening condition.
We'll probably find a
Yeah. Oh, so I had to pause right there. I'm sorry. I had to pause right there. You know, we're not gonna plagiarize her now. But basically, what what Misha's about to say right here, which I know this is definitely me mansplaining, but it ain't 2014, nigga. I honestly do not give a fuck. They're trying so hard. You're a biological man. You want to get into the woman's space so bad that you're trying to make things go into a direction where it caters to you more than actual biological women. No, leave the woman alone. Women are women. They're precious. They can do most things that we can do, but we can't do everything that they can do, which is what makes them precious. Why are we trying to literally step on their toes? Like, what the fuck are you doing? You are a trans woman. You know, at the end of that day, you got dick and balls if you didn't do your surgery yet. But you know the sensation of having a dick and balls, nigga. Talk about having your cake and eat it too. Like, you're already born with a dick, bro. Like, honestly, as much, like, not even to talk shit, but like being a guy is one of being a guy and being alive past infancy is a flex. Because if you look at the statistics, the reason why women tend to have more baby boys on average than baby girls is because of the infant mortality rate is slightly skewed in the male direction. Plus, niggas die very easily. I haven't been to the doctor in like 3 years. That's a lie. It's been like a year, but you know what I mean. So like, bro, if you're a guy and you're healthy in 2026, it's kind of it's a flex because we don't have to deal with half of the health issues women have to deal with on a, like, come on, bro. Stop trying to have your cake and eat it too.
Go women forever and always, right, guys? I mean, this is what you're fighting for.
Makes you stand up every day and make you identify as a woman. Let me challenge you on that.
I am a woman, and I don't like being called a cis woman because I'm not a cis woman. I'm a woman. I'm not a birthing person. I'm a mother.
You're not going along with the times and being educated on the different pronouns, different identities. The terminology is going to continue to grow.
Cares? Who cares? Misha, what you got to say, girl? What you got to say? What do you got to say?
Educating ourselves.
Do not interrupt a black trans woman when she's speaking. If you're willing to educate yourself and understand, then you've got it.
We hear this not.
This is what I hate. Like, a lot of the rebuttals you get on the internet when it comes to like disagreeing with the left side. And I'm saying this objectively. I argue with anybody on the internet, left or right. Rightist, leftist, liberal, alt-right. I will argue with you if you're talking on some bullshit. Okay? But what you notice more so when it comes to talking to liberals, you can say something you can say something that is an objective fact, or something that is more on the lines of this is how things have always been, so it makes sense to do it this way. And just because that form of thinking is seen as traditional or backwards old school thinking, based on information that some of these liberals have, they treat that information as if this thing is the full conclusion of what we're talking about. This isn't to say, hey, you transitioning or your gender identity or whatever the hell, that's all bullshit, because no, everybody has some unique form of their own gender identity within the spectrum of what male and female is. I will acknowledge that. But the thing is, that is like the equivalent of talking about whether or not you have a soul. We all have a soul at the end of the day. We all have our own specific, unique gender identity. But biologically speaking, women are binary creatures. Like every other creature on Earth, you're either binary or you have both or you have neither. But you're one or the other, and you don't really switch unless you're a species that can switch. If you're not a hermaphroditic species, shut the fuck up. If you're intersex, I don't even know if I should say good job if you're intersex, because like you didn't really do anything. You were just born with a chromosomal abnormality. Like, come on, bro. We shouldn't be praising people for the way they're born. Like, it's weird. But this next thing is gonna be about race. And the funny thing is, we're going to just play it out because it's white girl reaction to what some white girl saying some white woman shit.
I've always said this. I've heard black and brown people say this. As a white man, what problem do you have, like, with white women? Like, what issues do you have with me that you need to be coming into my comment section and saying, ha, typical white women? Just say that you're sexist. Like, literally, like, white men so often, like, use the qualifier of, like, oh, well, she's a white woman. Yes, I am. Remove white from that and you're just being sexist.
You know, she has a point, but she's still scared and she has to put white before men just in case she offends like black men. All men, if you're going on a woman's page and it's all about, oh, you white woman, you're doing this and that, it's always the white bitches, it's white women this, white women that. What the f? They put white because they know that their other wokey friends will see white and they're gonna be like, oh, it's fine then. It's okay. No, I don't care if you're black or white. You're a man. But she can't go that far because she would lose the support of the black men. This reminds me, our favorite Pick Me final boss. That's a big one when it comes to anti-women content. Now,
Just Pearly things. I don't think I got this far in the video, but before we even talk about the Pearl thing, yeah, the fucking white woman shit, bro, the white woman shit is so fucking hilarious. Because it's like, if you post white women shit onto the internet, perpetuating white woman stereotypes and living in your little bubble and acting like the world revolves around you and like being cringe and shit, we're gonna say typical white woman behavior. Okay, Sophia's actually on her way home now. If you're doing white woman shit and we comment on you doing white woman, it's like me, if I posted a picture or a video right now of me like with a fucking fried chicken in one hand, watermelon in the other, some grape Kool-Aid on my shoulder, and like a styrofoam cup of lean, I'm not gonna be surprised if somebody just types nigga shit in the fucking comments. Cause I'm going out of my way to do it. And I understand you as a white girl, you're just being a white girl. So that's like a quality of being a white girl, is that you don't know when you're like doing something stereotypical. See, other people of other races who get marginalized know when they're doing their own stereotypes and will stray away from it. But like I feel like out of every single group, even white guys can tell when they're doing some white nigga shit. But it's like white bitches, oh, I'm so clueless. Oh, I'm so like, you're acting, shut the fuck up. Oh my God. And it has nothing to do with, oh, just because you're a woman. Like, no, it's not anything to be sexist. That's just something people do. Oh, but yeah, just Pearly
it's a
things.
very interesting case because women like her have discovered that the fastest way to get male approval online, just because he dated her, he said he keeps getting hate from people.
Oh, this is
who
the fat
associate
nigga that
him with her
dated
even
Pearl.
Everybody, because everybody always say like, oh, she had to be a certain way when y'all was together. But at the time that I was with her, like, as far as what I'm seeing on social media about her, like, it was never none of this. It was never no weird like this, bro.
I'm on a date with my favorite ex who told all her friends and family members she'll never see me again. Smile for the camera.
Why would you post this?
Smile for the camera.
I actually think that like women like.
So she told all of her friends and family that she'll never see a big brolic. Well, let me not say brolic. You were just a big nigga. I'm sorry, bro. You were just a big black nigga. You're still a big black nigga. She told her white family and her white friends, and I'm assuming she doesn't only have white friends, but obviously white family members, that she'll never see you again. And you recorded yourself and saying that on the internet. Nigga, that's weird. That's weird. That's weird shit to do too. Like, why are you posting about that?
To be cheated on.
I try to tell people you actually a pretty dope woman, but they don't be believing me due to the that be coming out your mouth these days, which I kind of understand. I be seeing little clips of you.
There are men that die.
That's crazy. Your own ex is disowning you. I mean, same. Pretty sure my ex would be talking on my downfall.
To get you crab. How many women die every year during childbirth? Not many.
It's not
Wait, I'll let white girls speak. I'll let the white girls speak. Misha, talk your shit.
true. Like, what? Not many.
This country has the highest maternal mortality rate of any developed country. So a lot of women do die as a result of pregnancy and childbirth.
You see? Okay. I agree with what she's saying. My reasoning, the American diet is so bad that I'm pretty sure a lot of the mortality rates for these women are either they're underweight or they're overweight. Because there's no way in hell America, as the one of the leaders in the developed world, is having a maternal mortality rate that high without it being like, okay, the general population is just unhealthy, or because of the different like chemicals and shit we're exposed to, it kind of weakens some women's immune systems and shit. Because it's like, I don't know, bro. Third world countries, they be popping out babies like they're fucking flies, bro. Like in Jamaica, one woman could probably have like 6 kids in 20. Like, bro, I'm telling you, it's the diets. But like, that's not the argument they were having. They're just, you see, this is why I can't even enjoy debates like this because they're not debating why the issue is. They're debating this is the issue. It's like, how many women die from childbirth? Oh, a lot of women in America die from childbirth. So, you know, we should not have kids. Nigga, how about we have better health? How about we have better health? How about we take care of ourselves? Why can't that be the conversation? But it's like, oh no, women die from having childbirth a lot in the US, so we should just not have children. Y'all are fucking retarded.
This is painful, man. Do you have any other questions for me?
Not right now.
Oh
I
my
don't agree with
God.
Anna on many things, but she destroyed her here. Oh my God.
Women have 85% of consumer spending. Women spend money all the time. You spend money on hair dye, you spend money on Botox, you spend money.
You should think about it.
You should think about it. That's tough. That's tough.
The rest of the debate was very good, and she stuck to facts and statistics, all of that. I
Oh,
don't
shit,
agree
Sophia's
with
here.
tearing down another woman's looks if you claim that that's something you should avoid, right?
25-year-old chicks or women are hotter than 35-year-old women.
Not to me.
But you say that, but you look like you're 40 and you're like 28.
Tweeting that out, why?
I just don't like liars.
How old are you in this picture?
How old do you think she is?
35 or 38?
35 or 38? She's 27.
Bomboclat. Guys, chat, I know I'm not live right now, but how old? Nigga, get your ass back here. How old do you guys think I am? Just looking at me. You can comment it down below, because I'm not live, so no one's gonna answer me unless the demons.
My God.
If you are going to go after Pearl for the things she has said about women's looks and the aging and all of that, then you shouldn't do the same thing to Pearl. I think the
27 being 22.
Oh, why does this pic?
that just because a woman says something degrading about another woman doesn't make it true. In Pearl's case, it's a grift and it's very opportunistic.
22 is the cutoff. We shouldn't be 25, 26, 27 being a feminist.
Wasn't aware that at 22 we can't believe in equal rights.
Why would I stop believing that women should have a right to vote, own their own property, have their own bank account, and not be child brides at 22?
If you identify as a feminist, that is like a signal to society that you are a confused woman. You have no idea what's going on in the world.
In 2025, femicide in South Africa had grown by 83%. Every 2.5 hours, a woman was buried, the highest statistic of gender-based violence in the world. In 2022, Mahsa Amini was brutally murdered by Iran's morality police for not wearing her hijab. Afghanistan has again imposed a ban on women and girls' education. I'm not sure how knowledge of the world would make one less of a feminist.
By the way, these are all
Okay, I'm not trying to sound, she said a lot of facts. She said a lot of facts that were valid, and there's nothing to argue against it. The girl, however, that's like saying like you shouldn't be a feminist, that's what I'm responding to in this part. Feminism is a much broader spectrum. It's just in the West. The feminism that we see in the West is more so complaining about problems that aren't really problems, but feminism as a whole is about women should have equal place in the world, which they already do. I believe feminism should be based on preserving women's place in the world and not letting outside forces like outside men who are trying to cosplay as women get into their spaces. That is what I personally believe feminism should be. We should preserve the rights that women already have now, because women have the rights already. You guys have had the rights for quite some time. We should preserve them, make sure you keep those rights, and just make things more fair for everyone across the board. That is what I believe feminism should be like. If you ask me if I was a feminist, I'm gonna say no, because I don't believe in every single thing. But if you ask me what do I think of feminism or what I think feminism should be, that would be my answer. Equality, preserve it, keep women safe in their safe spaces, and have the right to want to work and vote and all that other stuff that they already had for over 100 years now. Anyways,
think of all the cases we don't know of. Disgusting. The anti-feminist rhetoric coming from these pick-me's online.
Because I've been dying to talk about this. Because the real pick-me girls of Halloween are not the girls. They are the ones that are like, oh, I could never wear a costume. I'm just so goofy. I'm just so goofy and silly. I
think you're more.
What the fuck are we talking about here? I'm so goofy, I'm so silly, I can't dress like a slut. I don't want to dress like a slut because I respect myself and my body. Why are we making fun of the people that respect themselves and their body? Why are we making fun of the people that respect themselves and don't feel the need to show off every little part of their being for attention and validation? Why are we making fun of those people? The world is backwards, my friends.
Of a pick me. The girl on the right is showing her granny costume as opposed to the sexy costume. You're like, a celebrity can lose a dramatic amount of weight in a very short period of time, and suddenly people act like it's offensive to even notice that. Like you're not being a girl's girl when you point out, okay, this celebrity's literally skin and bones. Very problematic that we're showcasing this and saying she's beautiful.
What the fuck?
Especially the young girls seeing that. That's not okay. Just like it's not okay to glorify obesity.
I am promoting obesity.
Me bombo. No sir, the Jamaican in me is revolted. Jamaican in me is not working. I like how I told this girl I'm recording, but she still chooses to text me after I tell her I'm recording.
Okay to glorify Anna. Look, Demi Moore's toned arms take center stage. Toned? I mean,
Toned? Wait, whoa. What the fuck did I just see?
it's not okay to glorify obesity.
I am promoting obesity.
Okay, get
Okay
the
to
fat bitch
glorify
out of here.
Anna. Look, Demi Moore's toned arms take center stage. Toned? I mean, trying to shut women up is sexist here, because if you're treating women like they're too fragile to handle honest observations about bodies and health and appearance, that's not right. I've seen people acknowledge when a male celebrity loses weight or gains a lot of weight without acting like objective reality is hateful or offensive.
When I was a little girl and I was presented with a baby, I would coo and fawn all over the infant. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. It was an automatic response from patriarchal conditioning, and I realized now it was almost a drag display of a maternal instinct. I reflexively joined the choir of girls around me squealing in delight over the baby.
Okay, I have to share my own experience with this.
Wait.
I have never found babies cute. I said it. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I never pretended to. That's the difference between
You know
me
what?
and her.
At least she's
I
true
have
to it.
never
At
done
least
this
she's true to
Google
it.
gang Oh, your baby's so cute. Oh, babies. Even when my own brother was born. Again, that's just my experience.
And even when I was alone and watching a TV show where a baby was featured, I would do that automatic cooing response.
But apparently, some women have. I do take issue with the thing that she says about, oh, see, this is all the patriarchy. I think most women do love kids and do have this like innate
Okay,
desire
at least she
to
can
be with
acknowledge
kids,
it.
and they find them cute, and a lot of
She's
men
the
find
outlier,
babies cute
and she
too,
can
that's fine.
acknowledge that.
Not all, but many, most. And I don't think that has everything to do with the patriarchy. See, this is where I differ from many radical feminists. I do think that is because of the biological differences and that it does come naturally to many women. And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's the fact that, okay, first of all, little context for Misha, right? Misha, I'm assuming, because I haven't watched a lot of her videos, but she's mentioned that she's a lesbian. The fact that she could say that and just acknowledge it like, yeah, most women, because of their biology, will skew towards liking or like being maternal to children. I, however, don't. Argument's over. There's no argument there. She doesn't. But she acknowledges that most do. Not all. Obviously not all. You know, for reasons, 7 billion people on the earth. If everybody still had that maternal instinct, we would be overpopulated a lot faster. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
When I was about 10, I stopped dead and I thought to myself, do I actually think this baby's cute? And when I thought, not really, at least not in
So around the age of 10, you were probably chronically online already and saw a lot of stuff that desensitized you to the thought of liking children, maybe. That is what I'm assuming, but I do not know this girl, so... But that's what I would assume, because age 10, my personality definitely changed when I was 10 because of the internet. Probably even younger, 9 or 8, so yeah.
enough to be squealing like that, I stopped. It was one of my first proto-feminist realizations at 10, and I also thought to myself, the boys in my class likely took our response as an innate reaction, that girls just love babies, and it reinforced to
Because
them
it is.
gender binary. I think
The thing that occurs in nature occurred in nature, and the boys observing that thinks it occurs in nature. I hate when the very so this is like the prime example of solipsism on the internet, especially amongst women. They believe because they are a specific certain way, all women are the same exact way. But then you have the outliers, which, you know, in my book, Misha is one of the outliers, where she knows that she's an individual and she has a very unique view of things, but she doesn't project it onto everybody. And she acknowledges that and makes fun of the people that do project it onto everybody, because not every woman agrees with you. Unless you can say something that all women can universally agree with, shut the fuck up. Like, honestly, that's exactly how it should be. Like, if someone can rebut your point and multiple people from both male and females are rebutting your point, you're probably spewing some bullshit.
To a certain degree, all of us were at the very least exaggerating how cute we found this child.
Now, I will say it is annoying to have that expectation when it comes to all women. Every single woman has to love kids.
Yeah, see, okay. I would like to give her the space to say it, but she already did this 3 weeks ago in her own video, and I doubt she needs me to push it further. So we're going to skip on to the next clip. But what I know what she's saying, she's speaking facts. Like, we shouldn't assume all women should love kids, but the ones that do love kids, they love kids. The ones that don't, leave them the fuck alone and let them be. Simple as that.
Born female, then being socialized as a girl, then living your life as a woman.
Being a woman doesn't make you an authority on feminism. Oh my God. Guys, let's play the game. Let's change the words and see if they still fit. Being a black doesn't make you an authority on Black history. Let's do another one. Being Japanese does not make you an authority on Japanese nationalism. You see how it doesn't make any fucking sense?
Does not make you an authority on feminism. It doesn't mean that you understand feminism. It doesn't even mean you have the range to touch on feminist discussions.
Bro, who are you trying to fuck right now? Because they're not gonna let you hit. Like, what the fuck are you saying? Who are you trying to appeal to? Like, you look like the type of guy that would be saying a lot of feminist shit to, like, get women on your side. But then what the fuck is this? This straight up doesn't make any sense. Who are you appealing to? Who are you trying to appeal to? Oh my God, this is so bad.
Period. And a lot of y'all's arrogance derived from the fact that you believe because you were born in a certain body that you have the authority to speak on something is exactly why our conversations of revolving around feminism haven't moved anywhere and have in fact regressed. And also it's why you all are starting to act like the very men that y'all claim you don't want to be like.
Bro, okay, what part of the fence are you on right now, my nigga? Because you saying that the women are acting like the men that they are condemning or want, whichever way you put that conversation, that is a red pill talking point. That is a very red pill talking point. But then you talking about how feminism hasn't progressed in the way it should be, and I'm assuming you're saying that because of the whole, oh, trans women should be allowed to be authorities on feminism despite not being a biological woman. Bro, the amount of made up word, or not made up words, but the amount of words that I just have to use right now made me lose my train of thought. That's a very blue pill talking point. Yeah, I remember what I was talking about now. Like, oh, feminism should include trans feminism, and if you're a feminist that doesn't like trans women, you're the reason why feminism isn't going anywhere. You are a man. Women's rights are not men's rights. Oh, I have the right to an abortion. When the fuck would a trans woman ever need to get an abortion? Never. So why the fuck do you why are you trying to get into their spaces?
Talking about how many feminists have went from being feminists to straight up misandrous, then I 100% agree. But people did not like this video. Hey, so I studied gender studies at NYU.
Oh, nope. Skipping that. The moment I hear gender studies, I'm not listening, because that is all propaganda. There's nothing you can learn from gender studies that is useful in your day-to-day life. There's not a goddamn thing you can learn that'll actually make sense in the real world. I'm not even going to entertain explain that shit. That shit's a waste of fucking time.
Not make me an authority on feminism. Whatever level of authority I could have when it comes to feminism, it comes from taking a great amount of interest in feminism as a framework for thought and analysis which can be applied to things like interpersonal dynamics and political action. It comes
You know what? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, being a woman doesn't make you an authority on feminism because, hey guys, guess what? Feminism also affects men. You notice how there's a lot of man children, kind of myself included, but you notice how a lot of guys aren't that motivated to be the protectors and providers anymore because women can do it for themselves now? That's a result of feminism. Not to say feminism is to blame. You change one gender's role in society, it affects the other one because we both live together. I agree with this lady.
Comes from conscious and consistent engagement. The framework of feminism is accessible to everyone, which is good because it quite literally concerns everyone. To
See?
think that a man
Oh my
could
god. Oh my god. See, if there were more feminists like this one right here, which this is just based on face value. I'm assuming she's like an actual feminist and she believes how feminists in society, not just women's issues. That is what more feminists need to strive towards. Her and Misha, because I'm pretty sure Misha is a feminist, but she's not the misandrist. When misandry became the baseline for feminism, that's when it became a problem.
ever have something of greater value to contribute to feminist discussion than a woman is to reject the concept of applied thinking completely. I saw someone ask, well, if we're not the authority on feminism, then who is? And I would
No
say
one.
the answer is feminists. The word feminist is not and has never been synonymous with woman.
I agree. That should not be controversial. Okay, I would argue
Yeah.
that almost everyone in the developed world is a feminist by that definition, whether they are using that label or not. Because if you believe women should end content and anti-women content, is that they kind of fuel one another, right? One side
Yeah,
says,
they do.
look how awful men are. They respond, look how awful women are. It's like the silly gender war shit. Each side kind of points at the worst examples from the other camp as proof that their hatred is justified. Oh, what was me? I don't have a girlfriend. Oh, I don't have a boyfriend. This and that. They bring up their own lived experiences and unfortunately use it to generalize and hate half the population. But misandry and misogyny, you see, they kind of advertise for each other. And the problem is that once you spend enough time consuming that kind of content, you start seeing entire groups of people through the lens of your worst experiences. That every woman becomes manipulative, she's a narcissist, every man becomes dangerous, he's a predator. But reality is far more complicated than that because men are humans, women are humans, everyone is capable of cruelty and also kindness and also decency. You don't need to dehumanize one group to advocate for another. The internet increasingly encourages us to think in teams. That's another thing. Men versus women, women versus men. If your worldview requires you to believe that half the population is inherently inferior or evil, then the problem isn't half the population, the problem is your worldview. And that's all. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to see more videos like this.
Does kink belong in Pride? I'm not even gonna watch that right now, but the answer is no. The answer is no. Unless, is being gay a kink? Because if it's a kink, get that shit out of here. We should not teach that to children. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. This is gonna take forever for me to edit. Probably not forever. I got a lot of time. But this has been officially 1 hour long. So I'm gonna end it here. But everything she said about a gender war, I agree with. My stance when it comes to the gender war or like feminism, what even is the manosphere? I guess we should call it I don't even know if that's a fair comparison. But basically what I'm trying to say is whatever camp you're in, it's intellectually dishonest to completely ignore the opposite side and not at least try to hear them out to see what they're trying to say. If they're saying something that's just inherently like, nope, men should dominate women and women should have no rights. If that's a take, get that shit out of here. What the fuck? It's 2026. We've proven that that's not the case. And whatever happened in the past, but we're in the now and feminism is here now. So we should at least try to understand it. Once it leans into misandry or like misogyny for any side of the aisle, like once it's basically just coming from a place of hatred and not even like, okay, this is how survival works, or I'm just an individual and I don't want to participate in this specific thing, that's when it becomes a problem. If you're an individual and you want to stay away from the rest of the herd and you live an alternate lifestyle, you have the right to do that. But if other people like comment on it. It's your lifestyle. Why do you care what someone else says? I doubt Misha is ever gonna make a video talking about why she's a lesbian in her journey and why everyone should respect. Like, no, like she is who she is. I am who I am. That's what I am. I exist in this world. Other niggas are on the internet doing some weird shit, so I'm gonna comment on it. That's basically what YouTubers and commentators are. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that fucking like button. Tell me if you like the content, and I will see you guys later on the stream. Peace.